Hi, I'm Run7. Welcome to the stream. If you're watching this on a VOD, feel free to skip ahead if you want to pass up on these intro clips. Last month on the show, we had a lot of jump scares finishing up Silent Hill. Ah! Ah! Oh! Jesus! Oh, that scared the crap out of me. Along with playthroughs of horror survival games on Fridays, I like to cover Star Citizen among other things. Swinging around. Bye, poor Tressler! Woo! There we go, finally. 5th try's the charm. We got it going. All right. Starting the day in another man's underwear. Let's go. Talking about yourself? God, you're so mean, chat. That's right. Get in there. Woo, I'm hard for hat night. You throw that out in your chat, you're gonna get giga blasted. Please, sir. I need some crews. Your life is not complete if you don't have a sea green ADP core set. You got some crews? Just need a little bit, please. So we're no longer flat broke. Look at that. I'm 100% serious. No trace of sarcasm in my voice at all when I say that the ladies love watching me stream. Boner jams! We'll cram it in there like my refrigerator after I go grocery shopping. Oh my God, it's another glory hole. Seat belts in the pews. This church is hardcore. But if you're just here to bitch, you've come to the right place. This is the right place. We love bitching about anything and everything here. Show me the gems that give me a boner.
A big lame fart.
Ho ho ho!
Fart face.
Dad pulls 2 for 2, baby. That dummy just shot himself. Oh, we're amazingly brilliant people. Don't fart around Mom. Dangerous. His nightly escapade. See, read between the lines. I like to be scared when I stick myself inside things. Sorry if this is your first time in my stream. We say things that are very inappropriate. That's past my level of kink. The world is a better place when we play together. 50-50 chance. Oh! Rolf Kieran with a ballsy play. I can't walk through knee-high grass. This is embarrassing. Let's go touching toilets with James. Yay, we get a gun. It's not a stream until you've doxed yourself or accidentally shown your testicles. Is that a butt? Oh, it's gonna be a fun stream today, I can tell. My sincerest apologies, but if you're still here after all of that, then I guess it's time to make some new clips. Son of a bitch, I was muted that whole time, huh? Wouldn't be a Run 7 stream without a screw up, that's right. Okay, one more time from the top. Hell, I had to clip last week's stream because I played a bunch of copyright-free music in the beginning, so this is gonna look normal to YouTube. YouTube, if you're just joining us, we're playing Doki Literature Club. I'm not playing Star Citizen for the time being because Star Citizen kind of sucks, and I'm waiting for good contracts. That's what that whole 4-minute spiel was of me rambling on, so I'll cut it short. We're gonna get into Doki Literature Club right now. Let's turn on those game sounds. Oh boy, that music already just rocking. I might have turned that down just a little bit. That's really cheesy music. All right. Here we go. Hint, you can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. Okay. All right, Yuri, if I remember right, Yuri was the kind of a snobby little valley girl, kind of young, and she's super annoying. I forget their names. At first they were girl 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that was super awesome. But now I gotta remember their names. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. This is Monica. Monica seems on the level. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Yuri. And then here's me. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, this is Sayori. Sayori's the snobby little valley girl. Yuri's pretty cool too. I do a breathy voice for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Run 7? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly came forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, Run 7? You all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I don't remember what it's like being back in grade school, but I don't ever remember being, like, persuaded by a group of women in grade school. I remember being punched in the shoulder and then they would run away. That was about it. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, beautiful might be, I don't know. I don't know how to decide if anime girls are beautiful or not. They all look like the same 12-year-old and it's just creepy. I'm here for Monica things, says Wonderful D. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Like, so this has been like 35 minutes of Run 7, the douchebag character in this game, trying to figure this out. We could have just skipped all of this and just said, hey, I just joined the club and here's the girls, and give a breakdown. We could just skipped it. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Aw, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Run 7, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Run 7, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! The purple-haired 12-year-old might be 13. Yeah, maybe. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Does it kind of feel like they're setting us up here? Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. All right, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Hopefully we get some sort of choice at this point. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Can we write about our dick? I'm just gonna go right to it. I just wanna know, can we write about our dick? Is it gonna give us that breadth? Oh, come on. They give us words to pick? Okay. All right, chat, you're up. What words are we gonna pick? Starscape, Doki Doki, frightening, agonizing, time, cheer, massacre, suicide, skirt, nightgown, ooh. And there's stickers of the little girls. The stickers don't seem to do anything in conjunction with the letters. I don't know what's going on with that. Real Bubba Hotep says Dookie Dookie. I'm thinking nightgown and cheer could be some words. I'm thinking nightgown, right? You know what's on my mind. I would actually advise to pick these yourself, or at least mostly pick yourself. Really? All right, well, I'm going for nightgown. Nightgown sounds good. Broken fantasy, bed, anger, existence, tears, incongruent, twirl, horror, shame. Either bed or fantasy. We're keeping it. We're going nasty on this one. Bed or fantasy. Nightgown fantasy. Yeah. I'm thinking like sweet, sweet fantasy baby here. Intellectual, play, pout, parfait, lucky, adventure, shopping, promise, headphones, and whirlwind. Oh shit. How about play or parfait? What was that movie where the girl put whipped cream all over her boobies and crotch? It was a football movie. That's got me thinking parfait. Yeah, Real Bubba Hotep's on the same train of thought as me. Parfait, right? Varsity Blues, thank you. That's it, Varsity Blues. Yeah, for me, it's gonna be either play, parfait, or adventure to combine with the other words. Let's throw a curveball in there and go with parfait. Let's do that. Okay, heaven sent, after image, charm, daydream, unstable, vanilla, cute, kawaii, embrace, and journey. I was thinking donkey in Shrek, but the other works too. Not Red Hot Cheerleaders 3, wrong movie, I guess. Daydream, unstable could be kind of fun to throw in there. See if one of these chicks is a little off her rocker. Embrace, we could do embrace or maybe journey. Cute's swinging back the wrong direction for me. I'm gonna throw in another curveball and go with unstable. See what that gets us. All right, playground, sticky, ooh, laugh, melody, disarray, infinite hop, pure, sugar, and joy. Well, sticky or joy? It's got to be sticky or joy. Let's go sticky. See where that gets us. Landscape, hurt, marshmallow, candy, ocean, milk, ribbon, vertigo, raindrops, and fluffy. Candy. Let's go candy. Yeah, candy sounds good. Boop, silly, vacation, vibrant, family, party, sunny, wrath, atone, and fickle. We could get really kinky and go with a tone. Now you're thinking of purple sticky with whipped cream on his nipples. Okay. Well, we're all entitled to our own thoughts. A tone, party, or boop. A tone, party, or boop. That's what I'm thinking. Let's go with a tone. A tone sounds like a boop. Boop. Okay, boop it is. Judgment, poof. Misfortune, rain cloud, infallible, portrait, form, determination, covet, and papa. Ooh, you know we're going with papa. Holiday, forgive, games, smile, kiss, rose, fester, cage, lazy, and pink. It's gotta be pink, cage, or kiss. And we're gonna stay with a kink and go with cage. Jump, captive, childhood, feather, excitement, essence, sunset, extreme, electricity, ambient. Electricity or captive? We just went with cave. Let's go with captive. Bliss, whistle, pleasure, dance, tread. Why are we even reading? It's pleasure. Lust. Oh, there it is right there. Meager, Valentine, romance, hopeless, philosophy. Climax? Come on. They might as well just pick these themselves. Anime, vivid, entropy, effulgent? Effulgent? I don't know how to pronounce that word. Fireflies, calm, flower, death, fireworks, and cheeks. I bet that's the wrong kind of cheeks, huh? And that's the wrong kind of flower, I bet. We'll just go with fireworks. Dark, hope, melancholy, bouncy, vitality, variance, kitty, extraordinary, unrestrained, and strawberry. Either unrestrained or bouncy. Unrestrained or bouncy. Let's go unrestrained. I want it crazy in here. Chocolate, depression, skipping, lipstick, peace, insight, clouds, unending, socks, defeat. Going with that lipstick. Scars, nature, disaster, precious, aura, anxiety, cry, heartbeat, lollipop, friends, not friends. Going with a lollipop. So if you're just joining us, this is Doki Literature Club. I was told it gets psychotic, and we're trying to find out if it will get psychotic. We're only a little over a half hour into the game, and so far it's been a read-along. This is the first thing we get to do is choose words that are going to be in our poem to the girls. We're missing one of the girls here on these three pictures behind my head. It's just the three. Yeah, Monica is missing for some reason. All right. Blanket, email, passion, empty, waterfall, disown, destiny, fear, disoriented, love. We're not into love, we're into passion. Incapable, amazing, uncontrollable, sadness, treasure, flee, beauty, music, question, rainbow, uncontrollable. Sing, secretive, misery, sweet, comfort, unrequited, inferno, contamination, sparkle, alone. These are really... Inferno, sweet, comfort, alone, secretive, sing, contamination, that's not sexy. Sparkle just reminds me of glitter off of strippers, and I hate glitter. I wish strippers would stop using glitter. It's just really annoying. You gotta clean yourself with a garden hose before you come into the house. It's terrible. All right, I'm gonna go with Inferno. I got no idea where to go with this, so I'm gonna go with Inferno. All right, let's find out what this poem says here. Hi again, Run 7, says Monica. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least kept my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Run 7. Honestly, Yuri and Monica are my two favorites. The other ones look like annoying little brats. I wish this one would come out of her shell a little bit. I like this purple hair kind of thing going on here. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. I don't like commitment. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on. He deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in this club room. Oh, she just called you out. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Run 7's always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. This is so close to being inappropriate, but not, right? Like, is it just my addled, immature, demented brain that takes that extra step with everything these girls say? Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Run 7 can become good friends too. This is just, it's awkwardly on the edge of bad porn writing, but it never gets there. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Yuri even brought you something today, you know? But wait, Sayori, me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Oh my God, get to it. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. All right. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I like despite me not reading much. They make me sound like I'm the most boring, dense person in the world. Can't I just be like, yeah, I read? Like, not like a big deal, but like I read, right? Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some schedule of activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for the chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Did you see? We had like a scene change, but nothing actually changed. Come on. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monika! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Her voice is my favorite to do, by the way. Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. We already know she likes manga, and who cares? They're fucking 12-year-olds. Just go find a new club. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. Then she turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box that she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. Like she doesn't have a tone. We've been giving her a tone this whole time. But I'll tell you one thing, Run 7. Consider this lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo. What's Mo? What's Mo? What's Mo? Hold on. I need to find out what Mo is. What does Mo? In the context of Japanese media and otaku culture, Mo refers to a feeling of strong affection, often bordering on infatuation towards characters, especially those in anime, manga, and video games that are perceived as cute or endearing. Okay. So I guess they're trying to make these girls Mo, and they're missing the mark. They're missing the mark by about 6 years. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. He pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Boy, they're trying too hard. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I think it's a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series? Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happening yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I love how they're making fun of themselves with that. Like, that is what's happening here. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. Oh, come on. Really? Really? This is like Inception of despair right here. But that just helps you get to know the characters. Really? I've gotten to know them. They're one-dimensional. Let's go. And besides, it's still entertaining. Not really. But later on, there's all kinds of drama, like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. When is that going to happen? That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I understand you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. I like I would never get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Uh-huh. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? We read on for a few minutes. I've finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not, even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. You say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Oh wait, I think I read my voice and her voice, whatever. You don't. That's not, well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry? Humph. Like, I could never get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. Well, I mean, let's take a look at anyone who's seriously into manga. And physically, they could be just about anywhere, age-wise. And I'll just leave it at that. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, hey, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know these kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. They are not designing a cool character. I am not enjoying the ride. I don't want to be a loser. I don't mind being an introvert or being different or being fucking emo. I don't give a shit. Don't call me a loser and make me hang out with the brattiest little brat in the brat bunch. Oh. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monika was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe, but at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So, aha! Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuka starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuka puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Do you realize we're doing a read-along about a girl doing a read-along about a girl? Right? We're putting a lot of effort into Doki Literature Club today, folks. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone, but if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that, and being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Sounds like the Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Think that's what it's like for us? We are watching you read a read-along of a read-along. Yeah, that's true. Good point, Wonderful D. Monika. Okay, everyone. Huh? Are you all ready with today's poems? Finally. Oh, come on. Couldn't your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. What's with all the Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten. She hastily, whoops. Can I go back? I can't go back. Dang it. All right, I didn't, whatever. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really all right? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. Oh man, it's gonna cut into our TV time. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Not really, I really wouldn't care. I want to do something that makes one of these girls cry. Give me some empowerment in the game. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? All right then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Which one's the shy one? Which one's the shy one with the purple hair? Is that Yuri? I think that's Yuri. I can't even remember who the bratty one is that we just talked to. Yeah, get F'd R rating. Run 7 has baking manga to read. That's right. History button for missed stuff? Oh, there is a history. Thank you. I'll try that next time. I don't remember which girl is which. Monica is the redhead. Is Natsuki the brat we just sat with? Yuri is my next door neighbor, and Sayori is the purple-haired chick, right? Do I have that right? I think I have that. I don't remember. Does anybody remember who the purple-haired chick was? No, chat's just gonna leave me wondering. Fine, we're gonna go with Sayori. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing with Sayori first. Not really, I just clicked the first one in the list. She's my good friend after all. Oh, Sayori's our neighbor, damn it. The other annoying little brat. This is a good poem, Run 7. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Run 7. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motives here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. All right, I'm going to hold you to that then. I have trouble making like really dirty, inappropriate jokes because these girls look so young. It makes me feel awkward inside. At least the long-haired girls, I could like, in a distant way, pretend that they're about to graduate high school. These girls look like they're in the 7th grade. It's just awkward. I don't understand. This is one reason I don't like anime or manga, because All the characters, male and female, look like 15-year-old girls. All of them. And it's hard for me to tell them apart. Now you'll read my poem too, right? I didn't get to read my poem. I just picked a bunch of words. They didn't show me the poem. I was waiting for like a Mad Libs kind of thing where they put it all together in a funny way. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleep from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Okay, click outside poem area to continue. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monika's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget, and I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Okay, I think it's Yuri. Yuri must be the brunette, right? Let's try Yuri. Or yeah, the purple-haired chick. Here we go, Yuri, all right. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? Well, Spicy Your Noodles, when's it gonna get weird? Because right now, the only thing that's weird is my feelings towards these little girls and the way I'm reading their voices. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it, though. So it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weak. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it'll come with patience and learning by example and trying new things. See, if you put what they're saying in a different context, the game gets really perverted. It gets really perverted. I believe in Japan, senior school is 15 to 18, so they would be in that age range. I just really, yeah, we're just gonna keep pushing forward here. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay, here we go. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm breathing, I breathe, what? No, it's I bathe, palms, I bathe, calming, breathing air of the present, but living in the past? I bathe calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Okay, whatever. It's just totally... I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. She does. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. I was totally thinking that. I couldn't read the fucking thing. I was totally thinking her handwriting was terrible. But it took you so long to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Woohoo! Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Run 7. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. Poets, okay. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right, or probably not. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Oh my god. Okay, let's get rid of Natsuki. Get this out of the way. Okay, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Huh? What's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monika said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, aha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what a real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. See, what a brat. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Irk? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. Ooh, you're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go on announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monika will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Is it just me, or did the music like dumb down when we clicked into this poem? Yeah, it dropped some of the melody in the back of the music and it made it way less. That was That was a nice little touch they did with the music. When you clicked into it, the music dumbed down for a dumbed down poem. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I'd like it, sure. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into this than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decide to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I do care how old everyone is, and this one's probably the most annoying as she is the youngest. Who should I show my poem to next? I guess we're gonna go with Monika. Here we go. Hi, Run 7. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Topless Tuesdays. Monika, I want to institute Topless Tuesdays. Go. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Ren 7. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. I like it, Run 7. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, geez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. Really? Isn't Natsuki the one that wrote like the dumbest poem of all? And she's a good writer too. So take that as a compliment. Wait, is Natsuki the... Wait, maybe Natsuki's the blue-haired girl. I can't remember. See? Why do we have to leave girl 1, 2, 3, and 4? Girl 1, 2, 3, and 4 were great names. You say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Huh? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. See that? She's pliable. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't always mean I feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Here we go. This one better be a good one. We've had some duds, man. Hole in the wall. She knows we love glory holes. Wow. Starting off with a winner. It couldn't have been me. See, The direction the spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. She peeked through the glory hole and saw my pee-pee. That's what it sounds like! No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late, my retinas. She saw the D. She saw the D. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? I was peeking through your hole and watching you get dressed yesterday. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess, excuse me. I'm gonna sneeze. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixed on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Dude, we're almost an hour and a half into this, and I'm waiting for the freak. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing habits. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. I don't know, that one was pretty lame. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks? Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Yeah, to you, you little bitch. Yeah, it's really kind of tough. You're freaking annoying. Thanks, but it really didn't come out that nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. I was looking for suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who I actually liked. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Run 7 did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. These girls are getting annoying now. I mean, I see a 40-something guy reading a high school story about a poetry club. I feel kind of freaky about it. 43 next month. 43 next month. And Run 7 liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I meant. You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Run 7 appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Mr. Holiday just subscribed. Thank you, Mr. Holiday. Why you would subscribe to this train wreck of a stream, I don't know. We are, I was gonna say balls deep, but we're nowhere near anything that entertaining in what is supposed to be a psychotic story, but an hour and a half in, and so far it's just little teenage girls bickering over poems and me doing their stupid voices. And the music? What's up with the music? It's getting so weird. Wonderful D with a subscription. Thank you very much, Wonderful D. Oh my goodness. Hiding from real life is gifting. Hiding from real life, one sub to the community, another to Mr. Holiday. Thank you, Hiding from real life. Spicier Noodles gifting out a sub to Wonderful D. Thank you guys, appreciate that. Sorry, my main chat just shows who subscribed, not who gifted the sub, so I gotta check that. My apologies. Yuri, she's the breathy voice? Yeah. I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Run 7 started showing up. Ooh, all right, now we're getting somewhere. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they've just noticed I was standing there. Run 7? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. Really, pointing out a girl's overly large breasts does not make that girl look bad. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making our poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out to the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Run 7. But wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Run 7? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. I kind of want to flat out go for Yuri. I'm sorry, Natsuki's a little brat. And Yuri's got bigger boobs today. I don't want to say help me Sayori. Sayori's my neighbor and she's annoying. I don't want her to come over and bail me out. And I'm kind of tired of my... kind of tired of my character being such a douchebag wallflower, right? So I'm thinking we just go Yuri. There we go. I clicked Yuri and then I said Natsuki. You're right that I liked your poem? See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. Why the fuck am I mansplaining this to these two little brats? I just wanted Yuri to take her top off. That's all. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. Ooh. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Shut up, Sayori. Sayori, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that. I'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem from the desk and storms out. Yeah, we got rid of Natsuki. Woo! One down. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki, she really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Sigh, everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, all right, I believe you. Thanks, Run 7. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, huh? What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Good idea. Big enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. All right. So, we got rid of Natsuki. I don't know if she's gonna come back in, but we got rid of her. It was weird though, because when I selected her name, like Yuri's name as the one to go with, I started to respond to Natsuki, and I'm not sure if no matter who I chose, we were gonna get the same dialogue or maybe the same outcome. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of curious if it would have played out differently had I chosen somebody else. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was all right, most. Didn't she leave the room? Why is she back here? Oh, and I can't help but think her little hair tie braid, when I glance at it, it looks like she's got a red swastika on her forehead. I know that's not the symbol, but like out of the corner of my eye, I keep seeing a red swastika or something, like maybe she's a devil child. Run 7, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you learn something from your... and maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Yeah, I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job of impressing those I want to impress. Okay, I nod to myself with newfound determination. Run 7, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. I'm kind of not enjoying it. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them, just Natsuki. Yuri's okay. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. You know, Run 7, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest, and I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. I almost want to get like an AI reader to read this for me. Right? You could get like an AI voiceover for each of the characters. We could just have 4 queued up, and I could just click on copy and paste it into the AI reader and save myself the voice. We could get some funny AI voices going. Every day it's going to be so much fun. Sigh. Oh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I passed Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Get the other CCs in here doing the voices. Oh shit, we gotta do another. Okay. Are we gonna try and tailor our poem to Monika or Yuri? Right? Monika or Yuri? Rolf does the Monika voiceover. All right, Okay, so secretive would be Yuri. Let's try for Yuri with secretive. Either that or passion might be for Monika, maybe? I'm not really sure. I'm gonna go secretive. We're gonna try and tailor everything towards Yuri this time. Loud poof, bouncy, awesome, warm, tenacious, uncanny jump, incongruent, and marshmallow. Incongruent, I don't know what that word means. We're gonna go with that one. Oh, I clicked that one and Yuri jumped up and down. Was that just a coincidence? Sugar, wrath, explode, color, pure, destiny, inferno, excitement, ambient together. We're gonna go with the ambient. That got Yuri to jump again. Okay, I think I'm on to intellectual, flower, fickle, sensation, adventure, breathe, sadness, pleasure, beauty. So we could go with fickle, sensation, sadness, or intellectual. I'm thinking fickle, no, sensation or sadness. Let's go with sensation. No, let's go sadness. I'm gonna go sadness. Oh, that got what's her name to jump up and down. That's not good. That was Sayori jumped up and down on that. Okay. Out, peaceful, judgment, stars, romance, dance, summer, dazzle, lipstick, starscape. Starscape. Yeah, we got that one. All right, we're really pushing for Yuri this time. Cute, childhood, universe, fester, skirt, dream, effulgent, sing, vibrant, clumsy. We're gonna go universe. Got her again. Lucky, email, bliss, incapable, determination, silly, disoriented, nightgown, chocolate, giggle. Let's go disoriented. Got her again. Aura, holiday, wonderful, promise, rainbow, suicide, embrace, unrequited, defeat, memories. So unrequited or maybe suicide. Suicide might be a little dark, but unrequited. I don't know what unrequited means. What does unrequited mean? Unrequited definition. Unrequited, a feeling, especially love, not returned or rewarded. Boom, that's what we're doing. Unrequited. Oh shit, got Sayori. Damn it, I should have known. I should have known. I've been ignoring the girl next door like my whole life. We should have known that was Sayori. Rainbow suicide. Death portrait, massacre, parfait, nibble, strawberry, skipping, crimson, swimsuit, frightening. I think either death, massacre, or frightening, right? Go hard emo. Let's go frightening. Yeah, we got her. We got her on that one. Eternity, fluffy, disown, vertigo, anime, vivacious, depression, tears, games, hope. Depression. Let's go depression. Ah, shit, that was Sayori. Uncontrollable, sweet, tragedy, unending, contamination, extreme, prayer, extraordinary, clouds, covet. What do you think? Tragedy? Contamination? I don't know about that one. Extraordinary. Let's go extraordinary, see where that goes. Damn it! Keep getting Sayori. Boop, electricity, journey, horror, comfort, play, headphones, question, raindrops, peace. It's gonna be journey or raindrops. Journey or raindrops. Let's go raindrops. Yeah, I got her on raindrops. Flying, shiny, unrestrained, fireworks, fun, whisper, hop, heartbeat, rain cloud, heaven sent. Whisper, heartbeat, or heaven sent, I'm thinking could be unrestrained, but I don't think so. I think whisper, heartbeat, let's go whisper. Damn it! Damn it, that was Natsuki. That was Natsuki on whisper. Cage, forgive, bubbles, anxiety, ribbon, melody, hurt, amazing, pink, desire. Anxiety? Yeah, there we go, we got her. Fireflies, calm, disarray, despise, smile, blanket, whistle, spark, jumpy, kiss. Fireflies, disarray, I'm going disarray. Yeah, I got it with disarray, all right. Kitty, special, sunset, charm, waterfall, doki doki, playground, dark, twirl, or marriage or mirage? Is that marriage? Mirage. I don't know. Go with it anyway. Oh shit, that was Sayori. That was like we're half of these are going at Sayori. We gotta steer right. Atone, hopeless, spinning, candy, grief, variance, lollipop, flea, family, vanilla. Atone, variance. Do variance. Yeah. Essence, broken, daydream, insight, music, laugh, after image, cry, captive, happiness. Let's go captive. Got it. Mouse, heart, infinite, shame, rose, agonizing, Hawaii, infallible, whirlwind, and landscape. Shame. Let's try shame, see where that lands us. Oh shit, Sayori again. What is up with Sayori? Lust, vivid, fear, puppy, cheer, precious, love, party, socks, pain. Let's try lust. Come on, please be lust. I'm hoping that the big boobs thing was real and she's actually horny. Yeah, she was lust. All right, there we go. I think we got enough to go to Yuri. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I'll be right back. I gotta go pee. I gotta go. So let's try this one.
Buddy, Pathfinder Gaming back again with another video. And today I'd like to talk about something a little bit different. What up everybody, Dorky Dad here, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. What is going on YouTube? Sticky back at it, and today I want to talk to you about Amazon Prime. Hello, Valley Maniacs. Today we are going to be talking about Amazon Prime. The Marvel Strike Force content creators on Twitch are a wonderful group of highly collaborative and helpful people who are working hard. They're working hard to entertain, inform, and support you. So I'd like to talk about a fantastic opportunity that you guys may already have available to you. If you have an Amazon Prime account, already have an Amazon Prime account, you can link that account to your Twitch profile. You can literally link that account to your Twitch. You can link that account to your Twitch profile free, guys, absolutely free. It costs you nothing, and it's an excellent way to support the Twitch community. So even if you don't use Twitch often, even if you don't use Twitch that often, or even not at all, take a moment to go to Twitch, go to Twitch and link your profiles, guys. Link your profile and show your appreciation to your favorite content creator. Show your appreciation for your favorite content creator, whoever that may be. And it doesn't matter who that is. Although let's be honest, guys, it's gonna be my brother Run 7. We all know it's definitely Run 7. We all know it's definitely going to be Run 7. All right, guys, we all know that Run 7's the greatest. That dude's the best. I mean, he is the best. Run 7, brother, love you. So if you have an Amazon Prime account, consider taking a moment to linking it to a Twitch profile in support of your favorite streamer. And no, it doesn't have to be me. Yeah, so this one was training. This one I had surgery on. This one was a skiing accident. This one, I just fell down on my way to the refrigerator. Run 7 stats are fantastic. His kit is amazing. You guys gotta watch him. Ah, it won't come up, it won't come up. Ah, oh my God. Run 7's the best. This is not a scam.
All right, let's get back to it. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. So we think maybe the poems in between each day we can tailor toward one girl or another, right? And we're steering our way into Yuri's heart because I want that little shy emo chick to squeal. That's what we're going for. Also, she looks like the oldest in the bunch and makes me feel the least uncomfortable. So that's where we're going. Let's see if we got it. We did get a lot of her words. We think maybe. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Ren 7. Yo, yo, Sayori. Sorry, I don't say yo. Yo isn't a word I'm used to saying, but whatever, I guess my character does. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood, but I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just want to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I did notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Run 7 to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's fun side of you. What is going on? What is going on? There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Accept the revolution? Do you see how they could go a slightly different way? Like, now it's time for my punishment, but they don't. Everyone wants to steer into Yuri's heart. Retribution? That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Okay, they're kind of working their way to it, right? They're just taking the scenic route. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Whap. Yeah, what just happened? Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was that? A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? Retribution? Actually, that one almost worked. I was gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction. My God, I'm having a hard time reading all this. Nope, taking the glasses off doesn't make it easy. I keep forgetting that. I used to have blockers, and I could just take the blockers off and my vision continued to suck just without blockers. But now that I have reading glasses and everything is, I can read it, I take the reading glasses off and then remember I'm actually blind. It was totally worth seeing your reaction. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. To get hit in the face with a cookie, she's happy? Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot just over one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. They are giving it to you. Let the freak show begin. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Oh, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? I'm watching these girls just get jiggy with the cookies over here. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Huh? Where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't heard either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Sup, Burnsy? I'm losing my voice talking like a girl today. That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that one. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. Sorry, that word caught me off guard there. I was going a different direction. I realized that they were talking about time and not time of the month. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense though. Why would you have heard... You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Run 7. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really, no. It was just more of the same book club nonsense of these girls talking in slight undertones of sexual themes, but never actually getting there. Nor do we have a point to this game or any real control other than each day we get to pick 20 words. So, no, you didn't miss anything. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie, Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Okay, I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. All right, we got Yuri this time. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. She does look like she has bigger boobs today, right? Right? Is that just me? She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, you're close. Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. All right, I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give away anything. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's actually not a terrible story. That's actually not a terrible story. Seems like the natural game to go after Silent Hill and Soma. Yeah. Well, we're still on Soma, Burnsy. This is in place of Star Citizen. That's kind of dark, isn't it? And fucking fantastic. Could we go into this story? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Uh-huh. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Run 7? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forget that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy they believe in. I actually like this. That's okay. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's all right then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill in my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really didn't think you needed to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. All right, it's fine. All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. Her dialogue is kind of tough to read since she stutters so much. And she's constantly second guessing herself. Let's see if we can't break her out of her shell somehow. It's not that I don't want. It's just something I'm not very used to. That it's being in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. All right. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the pages. Here. Oh, look at that. She's gonna turn the pages while we hold the book and look over her shoulder.
There we go.
That's right.
There we go.
That's it.
There we go.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you longer. It's probably the least I can do. So once you've been so patient with me... Yeah? Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me a little bit of you. Wait, hold on, did I get that right? The main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses a lot of things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Oh my goodness. Just opened Twitch and saw your name, but it was showing Valley's stream playing MSF. Came in to yell at you for going back to that trash. Sorry, Norm. Nope, we're not on that trash. Oh, you probably saw the ad I was running while I was going and taking a leak, probably. Now it's hot. Let me turn on my little fan here while you guys listen to this weird ass music. Okay. All right, so I'm not sure how fast we're progressing with our pick words out of the poems thing in between, but I feel like we're making a connection with Yuri right now, so we're getting somewhere. But run 7, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. But wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thoughts. Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. All right, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. All right, I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. All right, let's go with Yuri. Get this one over with. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with surprised expression on her face. You like it? Run 7. How did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. This girl is fucking marinating in her underwear. We crushed that poem. We have got her so hooked on us. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing.
Wow, that doesn't suck at all.
It just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyways, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you, I don't. The Raccoon by Yuri Timid Pants. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human? Unordinary human? I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Okay? It was weird. At least it didn't get too weird, right? Make sure you wrap it. What's up, Deadpool? I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is. Oh, sorry, this is my inner monologue, sorry. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. I think I know what it's about, but I don't know how the imagery fits, actually. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels to me to indulge in my more unusual hobby. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Yes, Yuri, why don't you show me some of your more unusual hobbies? We can indulge in them together. But, because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Run 7? No, I don't kink shame, Yuri. Yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individuality, even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. She's a freaky girl. All right, let's go, Sayori. Here's the neighbor. Okay, Sayori. Ooh. I like this one, Run 7. It has some nice feelings in it. I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. Not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Right? Am I trying to convey feelings like secretively through this experience of this game? And when's it gonna get freaky, for crying out loud? It's subtly weird, but it hasn't gotten anything near a horror genre, right? I'm waiting for one of these girls to literally stab another girl, like right in front of us, and just be like, fuck that bitch, and just take her down. And then we only have to work with 3. But we're nowhere near anything like that. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point, or you could just be needy, and guys don't like needy chicks. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems? Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little both? There's a word for that, right? It's called indecisive, bitch! What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah, I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but oh my god, could we skip this? Sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug? Huh? And make a nice, happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Is it? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Ren 7. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now? They put a question mark after that. It wasn't a question, she was saying statement. Okay. All right, the ditz is going for bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar? What the I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams, little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kitten. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me Lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel like a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Dinging and dinging, scraping and scraping. This girl's finger banging herself. Come on! I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. That was a fucked up poem. That was a fucked up poem. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful? Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. My bottle cap. Okay. This is shit. I have no idea where this. I don't understand what's going on. I'm starting to believe that I was scammed into believing this was going to be some psychotic horror show, and really it's just a very weird, quasi-uncomfortable poetry conversation with Anime Girl. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yay! Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a bit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Natsuki, here we go. Let's get this done. I liked your last one better. Huh? Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little more daring with this one, but you're really not good enough for that yet. I feel it fell flat. So she's giving us a pretty bad review because we barely picked any words that associated with her. Most of our words associated with Yuri, some of them associated with the last chick whose name I can't even remember, and now Natsuki, who has like nothing in common with this, doesn't like it. I'm still figuring this all out. I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Ha! Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way to look at it, you little bitch. Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Oh, screw you, you little shit. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wiggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she likes the other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. That's terrible. It's just horrible. Again, the music dumbed down while we were reading that. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. It couldn't have been much worse. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I don't have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogy. And if it helps people realize how stupid they're being, like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can't be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure, something that you're afraid if people find out you'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? Okay, so she wrote the poem in reverse, right? Because she was like, fuck that Amy chick who likes spiders. We don't like spider lovers. But she likes manga and other people don't like manga. So she's Amy in her poem? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That poem shouldn't make that people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobby. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I shouldn't try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important and stuff. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. All right, Monica. Hi again, Run 7. How's the writing going? All right, I guess. I kind of think it sucks to tell you the truth. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. All right. Great job, Run 7. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so... I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Yeah, that's why we chose it. We're trying to bet her down. Get out of the way. Let's get on to the next one. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them delve deeply, analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked for it, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. It's so hard to read. It's so hard to read. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. All right, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Load me? Load me? Look at that. It says load me. That's weird. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Uh-huh. I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Uh-huh. Sometimes asking what a poem is about is the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Uh-huh. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. She just told us to save our game. She just told us to save our game so we can go back and try a different expression. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago, and they're not into voyeurism. It's a lot to ask for them to recite. Whoops, I skipped that one. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud a while to a full room. Okay, I guess I kind of overlooked that. I'm so sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what Literature Club is all about. Yay! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, pushing your boundaries, and getting to that kink that you've always been hiding. And having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share those with others to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it all and if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. Ah, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. You're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way, Monika. This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry, I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Aha, of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. He then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Oh my goodness. What's up, Monika? I'm losing my voice doing all these girly voices. All right. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances down at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Okay, so she likes the word after image. We saw that in between. We got to remember after image. Crimson Eye could be something too. We got to remember these when we're trying to focus down on Yuri. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing, unlike me. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as she is bewildered even by herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserved. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do this so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. What has Run noticed? Okay. Let's see. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Run 7 liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours that... And now you get to wear a wig. Fine. We're going after Yuri and her purple hair, so let's wear the purple hair. All right, we're Team Yuri now. Okay. What am I noticing, Wonderful D? You got me nervous now. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Run 7. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Run 7 lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine. Little bitch. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. All right, then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I'm doing it in front of other people. Doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort in the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well.
It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayora and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Run 7, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. Oh my god. Okay, that's it for me. I'm completely losing my voice. What did we have happen? Oh, thank you for the follow, Kitty Shikara. All right, that's it for me. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm reading my chats there to make sure I didn't miss anything. Appreciate Monica stopping by in YouTube. That was fun. And for those of you watching in YouTube, you can always catch us on Twitch, and you can